Hello again, all my fluid art friends. You know, I'm in that group on Instagram, and it's bugging me that I cannot get a decent pink and green color. The one that I did on my live was pretty close, but the pink, when it dried, turned coral. So that bothered me. So I am going to try one more time on this 6x6 ceramic tile. And I'm going to make 6 ounces. I know it's not going to take no 6 ounces, but I got 4 coasters handy because I love making my coasters. I just don't love finishing my coasters. You know, that's the problem I have, because I've been scraping my knuckle against the edge of the coaster as I'm trying to cut off the parts that I want to get rid of. You know, the little drips over the edge and drips on the back and all those little things that you want to get rid of before you clear coat it. So I've been sanding coasters for days, and I actually skinned a knuckle against the coaster. So anyway, today I'm using my favorite art coat by Stone Coat. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. So you mix up, I want 6 ounces, so I mix up 3 ounces of hardener. I always pour the hardener in first because of the viscosity. I was told it's easier to do, and you know, it mixes better, I think. So I just pour the hardener in first, which is thinner, and then I pour the resin in. And because it's thick, and when I get real close to the line, I'm afraid of going over. So I have a tendency to pour really super slow because of how thick it is. Okay, I need a stir stick. Sorry about that. Okay, so I love these cups. I've used this one about 4 times already. They're easy to clean out. When you're done with it, you can leave your stick in the cup and leave it against the edge and touching the bottom. And the next day, when the resin is hardened, you can usually loosen the stick away from the side and pull up, and everything comes out with it. And then I just take a little scrubby pad with some 91% alcohol on it to get all the other little bits out that didn't come out. And it's perfect. I mean, you know, you can't. But they are thin plastic, so eventually they're going to wear out. But if you go to the link below in my description, it says the Amazon shop where I get my tools at, which is Artist Till Death's Amazon shop. I just don't want to do that, so I just buy from their shop, and that's where I send all my viewers at. So you can get them there. They're called TCP. You'll know you got the right ones when you see that they're clear and that they got the red lettering on it. I think they come in 2 sizes, and I can't remember if they're 100 a box or 50 a box. But I just bought the 100 of a box of the one that holds 16 ounces. That's 16. I can't read it backwards. Yeah, 16 ounces. Sorry about that. I can't read right. Okay, so when you're mixing your resin, you want to make sure you scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, scrape your stick off every now and then, because you never know where you might have some little wispy bits of resin that didn't mix in, because it is thicker. So it takes a good mixing, usually 3 minutes. You'll know when it's done. Because you'll see a lot of bubbles, but don't worry about those. Those will come out. We've got torches and heat guns to take care of those. Okay, let me see. I scrape the sides, I scrape the bottom. I'm holding it this way because I'm kind of using the light from the window to help me see in there. Okay, how many cups do I need? Let me see, green, pink, and gold. And a white for the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 cups. And I don't need a whole lot in each of them. because, well, you know what? I'm going to do the green as the bottom layer, and then I'm going to do the pink and gold on top of it, because I don't want to get a lot of colors in there. And of course I have my extra cup from my best friend in Baraboo for her wine. I always pull out an extra cup for her wine. She loves it, because by the time her day is over, she needs a glass of wine. Anyway, okay, now I'm going to pour it into these, and I'm going to divide it not evenly, because I'm going to need more for the background, because I am going to do the coasters too. But these little cups, you don't want to fill them too far up, because when you start mixing, if you mix too fast, it could slosh over the edge. Okay, and that's going to be one color, and that's going to be probably my gold, so I don't need as much there. I'll just leave the rest in there just in case I need it. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is my tint. Now this is a mixture of two Rust-Oleum colors. One's called Gloss White, and one called, I don't know where the other can is at, but they both got the same label. They're Rust-Oleum Stop Rust Protective Enamel. It says down at the bottom, oil-based. This is the Gloss White, and then I mixed, the other day I mixed the green in there too. I actually got these little dishes at one of the dollar stores. And as long as it's airtight, it keeps it okay. I'm going to mix it up just to make sure nothing's settled in the bottom. And this is going to be my base tint. Now you don't need a whole lot, but because I'm using oil-based paints, that's where I'm going to get my cells at. So, and I do have a fuchsia. I have a fuchsia and a titanium white by Just Resin that I'm going to mix together. Okay. Never put too much tint in there. If you don't think it's enough, stop, mix it, look at it, what it looks like on the stick. And if you need to add more, always make sure you use a clean stick to get into the tint or the paint, because you can put more paint in, but you can't take paint out. And I knew I forgot something. I forgot. Okay, that looks like it's opaque enough. And I forgot my alcohol rags. So, alcohol rags. These are just cut up t-shirts that I buy by the bagful at a local thrift store. And I just cut an adult size t-shirt into fours and put some 91% alcohol on it. And it keeps your gloves from being sticky or having color on it that might get onto other stuff. Okay, so I got the green done now, and I already opened this because I wanted to make sure it was okay. So now I'm going to put, let me move this over here. Oh, the reason I got my cups in the muffin tin, I am notorious for knocking cups over, so I learned this from another YouTuber. Just stand your cups up in that, and that'll kind of hold it. Okay, now I don't want a whole lot of pink, and I am going to add a little bit of the titanium white. Oops, dripped it over the edge. Oh well, it is what it is. Can't help it. Okay, now, and you're going to use, you need to use a whole new stick for the different color. You can't use that stick because it's got pink on it and it's got resin on it. Okay, you just want to mix it up to make sure it's mixed. And I'm not going to put that much in there. I don't need this stick in there. So I'm going to put that stick right there just in case I need to get in the white anymore. Okay, now let's mix this up and see how much of a pink I have. We will find out here in a minute together. And it's looking pink. That's good. It needs to be spring colors. What I did yesterday wasn't a pink. It was more of a coral once it dried, and I said, that's not good for the challenge. All it is just a group of us ladies on Instagram that one person shares our pictures, and we share each other's work, and we go and like each other's work. Okay, that's not mixed all the way. So, we just get a challenge every week for a different color combination. And the last 2 times I tried pink and green, I wasn't happy with it. One was too light, and the other one, like I said, the one I did on my live last night, looked too coral. Didn't look pink to me, so I didn't want to. I don't believe I just did that. I did. Well, guess what? I got white. Oh well, mistakes happen. I didn't get any in the powder, but now I've got some white in here. Not much, because I had scraped it off. When you first put a powder pigment, or mica or whatever, into your cup, you want to kind of stir it a little slow to get the powder folded in there, so it doesn't poof back in your face, for a number of reasons. 1, you don't want to go around with a gold face, and 2, you don't want to breathe it in, okay? So you just try to mix it to where it's not, to where it's incorporated into the resin, so you don't get what I call a unicorn fart, because that's what your face would look like. A unicorn farted all over it. Okay, let me do just a little bit more mixing over here. Yeah, that turned into a pink. I'm happy with that. I didn't want to go for a darker green with it. That's why I'm using my little mixture of hunter green and white Rust-Oleum. Okay, first thing I got to do, because I didn't do it before I turned on the camera. The back of this is taped. I try to remember to tape the backs, because it just makes it easier for any resin that gets underneath there to get off. And I'm just making sure that it is dry. Okay, now I'm going to do a small layer of the green. You don't need a whole lot, so I'm just going to go around the edge. Like I said, I know I probably got too much color, but that's okay. Coasters. Okay, now I'm going to blow the air, get rid of the air bubbles. Now, when you turn on your air gun, make sure you point it away from your work area. Don't automatically start blowing on your piece, because you've got dust in that inside of this place right here. You know, dust collects up in there, so you don't want to have those blown onto your piece, because nobody likes dust boogers in their resin, because it dries in there, then you got to sand it out, and then you got to do a flood coat, and then there's a possibility you might have to do a second flood coat after more sanding. You know, you just want to, it's called dust booger prevention, okay? It's just, it takes all of 5-10 seconds. I mean, it took the length of the time it took me to tell you to blow it to the side was good enough. You know, you're just blowing out whatever dust might have collected up in there. It might, the inside of that nozzle might even be a dust magnet. You never know. Okay, I'm probably going to end up doing some swiping. So, okay, you don't want to have any dry spots. So I'm trying to make sure I don't have any dry spots. You sometimes get them at the edge, but hey, you can't do anything about that. If you kind of push it down and you see the color of the tile below it, that's okay, you know, because resin is self-leveling. Up, I want to push that out just a little bit to get to the edge. You don't want to push it over the edge. I mean, it's going to go over the edge eventually. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to put some pink down, and I'm going to put a nice wide curly Q through it, because I'm going to blow it out and maybe swipe. I don't know yet. I have to see what it looks like. Now, when you start pouring on this, you want to pour right next to the edge. It's okay that it went off, so that way your first piece doesn't get the wait a minute, I want to make it just a little bit wider. Doesn't get that blob. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't want the gold to take over, so I'm going to do, for right now, I'm going to do just a line of it around it, because I don't want it to take over. And you start your line also off the edge too, so you get the straight line and not a big blob right there. Okay, now, swipey papers. Where are my papers at? Well, I'll just grab I thought I had a part of one over here, but I'll just grab a couple of them. Put them over here so they don't get dirty. Okay, first thing you want to do is you do want to get the air bubbles out. Now you've already blown your dust boogers out, so you don't have to worry about it this time. Okay, you want to just go over it and pop all your air bubbles. Now I'm going to try blowing it out a little bit, but I may end up still swiping it. I can see I'm going to have to add some more gold. It's blowing the gold underneath the pink. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, I may not need to swipe. I'm getting some cells. I like that. Yep, got it a little too close, blew a little bit too much color. It'll settle back in. See how I blew the color out all the way down to the tile, and it still came back in. Now, let me do some accents, and I think I have a piece that's worthy of the pink and green challenge that looks like spring. Now I'm going down the middle, but I'm just like following the little contours of the colors, just to accent the edges of them, and then I will blow it out a little bit more, just to not make it a straight line. And I think I got enough pink and green on here to do some smushy coasters. I don't know yet. I got to look at it. But I'm not going to bore you with my coasters. I mean, if you want to see me make some coasters after a pour, go to one of my episodes of After the Live. That's where I do. See, now I got that blob right there. Okay. See, I didn't start completely off the edge. Okay, now a little bit more heat just to make those lines just a little organic. Just to blow them out a little bit. Okay, guess what? I call this one done. I like that. That looks really neat, where you can see the green peeking through the pink, and you can see the gold in it. And whenever you do a piece, the next thing you want to do is you want to wipe down your sides just to get rid of most of the excess resin. Oh, excuse me, and I don't even have my water handy. Oh, I apologize for that. I didn't mean to cough, but when you got a cough, you know it's there. Can't do anything about it. Okay, well, you know what? I'm calling this little guy done. I think he turned out cute. I think he's in spring colors. I don't know why I just didn't do these colors in the first place. I was playing around with other colors, trying to make them look pink and green. You know, different shades of pink. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. I appreciate all the support I get. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate all the comments. You guys mean the world to me. I love the resin right out of you. And thanks so much for watching today, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye for now.